sound.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
y'all. Come on, y'all.
We need not give any more introduction, and as promised we're going to have a great time today music wise on Rise and Shine. So let's welcome our guest, Mr. Thanujika Pereira.
Yep.
Good morning to you,
Good
Thanujika.
morning, Sherry. And
We warmly welcome you to the studio,
yeah.
and it's a pleasure for us to have you here in the studio today. It's Sharifa. Should I ask him a question, or else I'm going to pose?
Of course, shoot out your question.
Okay. When it is about DJing, there
Yeah.
are two main aspects, that is mixing and selecting songs.
That's right.
So how do you do these things? How do you select the songs, and what are the songs you select?
Well, now of course, mainly I select different genres actually. So these days I'm more into electronic music, but like 10 years back I'm more into hip hop. So all about scratching, turntablism. But the selection of music these is very important, because music matters. Where we as entertainers, as artists, we give something for the crowd, and they need to be satisfied, entertained properly, and then only we get the recognition, appreciation, everything. So without the proper music, I mean, I don't think any DJ will survive.
That's right. And talking about disc jockey, let's talk about how it started.
Actually, it's about, I have some history.
Give us a brief history definition about it. Yeah?
During 1930s, 35, this whole thing about disc jockey, the term started. A person called Walter Winchell. He joined the disc as the vinyl, the record that we play, the 12-inch, and the jockey is about driving. That's how it started. Yes. So the disc jockey.
That's how they got the name.
Yes. And later in 1969, there were the clubs. I mean, but the sort of a beat matching that we caught. Now a lot of DJs practicing that sort of a technique. It started from Francis Garcia, from Sanchez Century nightclub in USA. So after that, everyone used to follow this beat mixing technique. So later on, today about this hip hop culture started from DJ Kool Herc, and the whole hip hop revolution begins from that, from Africa Bambaataa to every DJ follows it, and all the things that happen in the hip hop culture. Same way, the electronic revolution starts from 1980s, from DJ called Larry Levin, where he started the Paradise Garage discotheque in Chicago. So then the move on, Europeans started again from the electronic music scene. A lot of genres turned up, and this from disco to they sample everything, funk music, they sample hip hop. So many revolutions all these years. And same way the technology, it also evolved and moved. Drastic change for everything.
There's a drastic change when it comes to technology now.
Yes.
And what do you think about DJing then and now?
Well, I follow the same art. I used to. I started with actually the cassettes. In here,
That's right.
because there were no decks for us for so-called turntables that time. Because I've started my DJ scene as a mobile DJ. So after that I joined Cool Tempo, and it's about my history, and I started everything from that.
So that's where you got your basics brushed up.
Yes, yes, and there were we had vinyls, the turntables that time, and I was like falling in love with turntables. So that's it. That's all
So
about.
no wonder you were
Yes.
cracking turntables at the very beginning of the
Yes,
show.
yeah.
So that shows how much in love you.
But you know, it's all about turntables now. But there are CD players, there are digital players, MP3, you know, DVDs.
I was just about to ask you whether people still stick to turntables, but from what you're saying, I recollect
Yes.
that, you know,
Yeah.
everyone does stick to turntables and use technology here and there.
Here and then, it's about the movement where the turntable is a culture. It's all began in dance floor. Every nightclub you go worldwide, still the turntable is there. When you talk about the big nightclubs in UK, US, everywhere the turntable is still there because it's a legend. Where the brand name Technique, so is so solid, and once you buy a pair, you know, you can use it at least 25 years.
Exactly. So turntables last longer than CDs, obviously.
It depends. I mean, the records will not last long as CDs, but depends how you play, you know, how much you use it. You know, especially scratch records, it will be a lot, you know, where you scratch and a lot of noise is coming up. But that's why the digital revolution is there, where, you know, you will not get weak sounds till you die, can scratch, you know, that sort of things. But records, of course, I really love because the sound itself, it's analog, not like digital files. Still, I prefer records. If I have a opportunity, a store here can buy records, I definitely, you know, move away from the digital culture and stick to the records. That's where the art is. I mean, you get all the technology with CD players, everything, you know, but I feel like there's something missing, you know. There's something missing where you don't feel real music there, you know. You can really feel when you touch a record, and you can, you know, you feel that the big fact and the music is here and all
You
this.
feel like, you know, something's there.
Yeah. So it's about that. And I mean, when you talk about everything, the Sri Lankan history about DJing, that's also very interesting story where, you know, 1970s we are non-aligned conference.
I guess we've got plenty more to talk about, but before
we
that,
have a lot more to talk with him because
Exactly.
he's an expert in this field, DJing. But before that, he must be tired talking a lot, so we thought of going for a musical break. So we'll be back right after that.
studio today is a well-known DJ that's in Sri Lanka, DJ Thanujika. Well,
Yes.
should I address you as DJ Thanujika?
You
Do
can
want
call
to
me, yeah, it's a bit
Thanujika?
long, you know, people call me TGK, you know.
TGK, wow.
Yeah, so
Short and sweet.
yeah, I prefer that, so you can call me that.
So we were talking about how technology and how turntables have been used in DJing.
Yes.
So let's talk about the standards abroad and in Sri Lanka. Do you think it's equally same, or do we have a lot more to go?
Well, it depends how according to the event, but the technology wise we also use the same technology that they use, you know, state of the art instruments. Every brand new, the new releases are here, you know, when you talk about the players or the instruments that DJ uses. But there are other things that we need to look at it, you know, how the crowd, but when you do compare to the international events, it's very huge, you know, from the DJs to setups, the rigs that they use, lighting, sound systems, the event management aspects, everything is properly choreographed and organized. But here there are certain components that's lacking. Even DJs are talented. There are a lot of talented DJs out there, but other aspects of it, you know, giving them proper guidance, the event management sets, and, you know, everything is really lacking. It's so that's where, you know, international and us are really, you know.
Yes, but still artists are very talented,
Yes.
so in future we'll be able to get all
That's
those
right.
facilities.
Yes.
So when we talk about turntables, when did it come to Sri Lanka?
Actually, it started, I think, it's 70s. Like I said earlier, it's about the first discotheque trip, where the earlier it's Lanka Oberoi, and now it's Cinnamon Grand, where it started the whole scene. So that time, I think garage players were there, and I think during the real turntable is built on 1978. It's called Technics SL1200 Mark II. So after the turntable, you know, changed, so still the same make, the same design, everything, but they were like small changes. So that's the worldwide like 99% market share about the turntables. That's the Technics SL1200. Mark II to Mark VI is there now. So about the turntable, so that's the uniqueness is like playing analog music, where records are made with so much of big process, where it's not like CDs, you insert a CD
Exactly.
and burn a computer, but this is a separate process that takes days and mastering. So you can Google it. I mean, it's there everywhere how the records are made. So that's why it's valuable, and
That's
people
much more expensive.
expensive
That's more
than
valuable.
yes, and the thing is, it's a collectible.
Exactly.
And you support artists, you support record label. It's not like you download music and record to a CD. You support the whole movement, the music industry. So as a DJ, I really respect that. Then only the industry will sustain continuously. So likewise, the turntable, use of turntable now a bit underground. Only few DJs here use it. There's a master in here, Tariq. He used turntables. Dr. J. There are only few DJs. Sean D. It's only you can count and tell. All other DJs are more into CDs and all. So
Yes, and talking about turntables, Thanujika, I guess it's better if our viewers can have details about the turntables. You've already bought some to the
Yes,
studios.
yes.
If you can brief us a little bit about it, I guess it will be good.
So this is a normal digital file. I'll play a normal record first of all. What we so-called 12-inch. It's one track but different versions. So you put it on top of platter. You get two different speeds. One is 35 and 45 revolutions per minute. We call RPM. And each record, it's mentioned whether to play on 33 or 45. So difference between 33 and 45 is 45 you get the groove is much thicker and detailed instruments are played, but the 33 groove is much thinner. So many DJs prefer the 45 because
Is there something called a 75 as well?
yes, you get 75 as well, but it's more or less a hi-fi and bit of the old thing. But a lot of records now produce as the 33 or 45 RPMs. So when there's a thing called tone arm, where you have a weight here, so you can properly balance the weight according to your cartridge. Cartridge is a thing where this type we call the Concords, where you have the stylus here, tip, and these are a bit expensive. The normal conventional cartridge you get the head shell and you get the cartridge. So
And the needle.
And the needle, yes, the stylus, of course. And you plug like this and you get the stereo sound where left, right, and it goes to the mixer itself. So you have the pitch control where you can change the variations. It's the pitch where you can have 8% plus or 8% minus. But the newer players, you get 16 also, where you can have the wider range. But it depends how you mix your style. Especially, if you mix dance music, you can stick to 8%. Or if you have different genres from different styles, yes, you can stick to 16%. But it's totally depend to the DJ. And you can here get the pop light, where you can easily see the groove, the record groove, in any dark conditions. So I mean, when you talk about the club DJ booth, it's totally
It's
dark.
usually
Yes,
dark,
dark.
yes.
So DJ can easily set the groove here, and you can play the track. So that's why when it's 45, you get the sound like this.
Yes, and when it's 33?
30 is something like this. So thank you. So this is
like
mainly a
a
dance
continue.
music label, where it's produced by David Guetta and Kelly Rowland, and it's called When Love Takes Over. But it's different versions of it, because it's not the radio play what we talk about. The DJ used to play different versions.
Exactly.
So
That's why it's called a DJ mix.
yes, DJ mix, yes, the remix or different things, and you get in records also you get different things. The company release ones, and the white labels are there where it's produced by DJs, those are really rare white label records. And there are other things, or the radio play ones. The LPs, you get many tracks in a certain record, so it depends. So especially I prefer the 12-inch, the normal one, where you can mix easily, where for other stuff also. And here you get the light, actually it's called strobe illuminator, where you can get the speed from the flatter dots. So if it is the second level, it synchronizes the dots, then you know it's zero, pitch 0. So from here also you can, when you increase it, the dots will synchronize according to the strobe light, so you know what the speed is. So you don't need to focus to the pitch on the other side of the turntable. So that's very simple. And here you can have the anti-skating, where if the cartridge moves here and there, you can adjust it properly. So you have the arm lifter here, you can. So it's all about, and the height adjustments, okay, that's also specifically to the cartridge manufacturer. So you can adjust the height. It's all about, you know, tuning up the turntable properly. And finally you get the 45 adapter, where when you play 7-inch records, you can use this. So it's simple as it is, you know, no gadgetics at all. So
you just have to know what it is and what's there, all the knobs there.
But still,
no,
it's a bit
you get
complicated
only 3 knobs actually. You can start, stop, and the speed selectors. That's all about, you know. So all are manual control other than that, even bending, so you can.
So talking about manual control, what about scratching?
Yes, it's like, you know, I can't actually. This is not a scratch record, but there are separate scratch records, so I'm not about those things. But so it's mainly, you know, you can adjust the pitch from here or from here, depends. You can break. Everything is total in control.
So your hand movements
Yes.
are very important.
That's right. So you know, I mean, it's mainly, you know, you need to have proper physics
You got to have the touch.
Yes. So how we move, how we break, everything is according to the beat. So if you are, you know, used to dancing and moving, so it's all about that, you know.
You've got to have it in you.
In your blood, you know, it's stream,
yeah.
all about it. So when you're moving, everything it's focused, and you know, you're really busy
The
behind.
beat moves with your move.
That's right. Yeah, it's you know, you're totally busy with the decks. Then you know, you are doing something interesting. You know,
Exactly. And you're
it's all about
entertaining
that.
others as well.
Yes, it's where the all, you know, it's like, you know, you're showing your everything, you know, behind the decks, you know, how you mix, how you handle the equipment. It's all about the art form. Yeah, many DJs used to, you know, stand behind, you know, just, it's not that, you know, here it's all about controlling the whole turntables and everything. So
Ms. Thanujika, what is the difference between scratch record and a normal record?
yeah, scratch record is more or less samples taken from different tunes. So it's specifically designed to scratch. Scratch is all about noise. So
Exactly.
the frequencies are set to that sort of a level. So less bass, yes, bass records are there, but less bass, more into mids and highs, where you can generate a noise. So scratch is all about noise manipulation and, you know, creating an art form from a noise sample. So that's all about it. So it has come through a certain level that, you know, so much of DJs, you know, into it nowadays, even Sri Lanka, worldwide, because that's sort of another movement going on.
Are there different types of scratching, you know?
Yes, you get, you know, baby scratchers, you get one click. Shall I, I'll demonstrate a bit of, you know, with the.
I guess it's best to have a demonstration.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is called a baby scratch, where you move the record back and forth. So it's better to cut the bass.
Because it's the basics, you call it baby.
Yes, basic. Yes, baby. And you get the forward scratch, where you know, the crossfade is really useful when you are into scratching, because it's the other component that you control the scratch technique. So when it's forward scratch, you open the crossfader and cut it again. So it's on the forward movement. and same way you get the backward movement. You can join those two.
So every scratch has a different noise.
Yes, it depends how you move also. If you like stop the platter and move, it's a different noise. So if you on and it's a different. So the frequencies are different. So that's how you control it, and you get the other stuff like transform where you know it's bit and the new technologies improve the crossfade also, where you can adjust the curves of how you cut the component sample. Even new crossfaders are digitally made. So there's a separate technology involvement for this component also. This use mainly for set everything. So you can incorporate everything with effects also, like so effects are set properly, then you can have it.
Oh, so it echoes as well.
Echoes as well. So different effects can be set to the scratching. So nowadays DJs will incorporate all the technologies that's possible to create music and give the art form. So there are like nowadays like over 50 scratches. You get DVDs about it. Like you can go through internet. Everything is there. Like DJs like Qbert, Jazzy Jeff. They are the masters of it. So they invented their own scratches, like Qbert invent crabs, where when you record moves, you cut the sound the 4 parts from the crossfader. So that sort of techniques they've developed, and there are new techniques also. We can research and do certain techniques. So we can it's a universal. It's never ending story.
It's a never ending story.
So
I can see that.
So it's all about doing certain things. I mean, you can have your own style. It's not about, you need to follow a DJ A, DJ B. No.
You've got to be unique.
Unique. That's the whole story about behind everything. When you are unique, people will follow you because you are separate from others. Because your talent, your skill set, it's totally different. So it's about that. DJs used to do now that. They have their own talents. In Sri Lanka and other countries, they do that. They follow the basic things and they research and they develop and they continue their own form of sets.
And when it comes to scratching, Thanujika, do you have to have a separate study of how to and when to do it?
Yes, yeah. It's basically you need to follow certain standards. There are music standards where the beats and bars, those things, you need to follow those things also, where the proper scratch is to be, and you get the now scratch notations. Now 4 years back, there was a whole thing came up where you have the notations for scratching, like music notes. Yes, so that sort of a thing.
A lot to study.
Yes. So it's all about that.
It's not just moving the record back and forth.
No, it's not that. It's not that. So it's about everything in detail. You need to know what to where how the sample is, what the sample is all about, and now this noise is different, this noise is different, the way it's moved, when you move slowly, what sort of sound is coming according to beat, how you are moving the faders, everything is in detail. It's about mathematics plus stuff. You need to involve it, and it's not that it's not overnight or monthly thing. You need to master it years and years. If you lose your practice,
you've got to have a lot of practice. You've got to be in touch. Especially.
In touch, everything. It's better to have turntables. Yes, CDs possible. You can scratch. There are players like Pioneer, Denon. Everything is there. But more analog feel is simple and it can be easily mastered.
Yes, with the modern technology, many things has changed. So, what are the changes that you've made in your setup, and give us a brief introduction about it with the equipments you have.
Yes, now I introduced digital vinyl systems in 2000 for Sri Lanka. That's a whole change for music, the DJs for here. It's about, you have a laptop, a mobile computer, and where you save your files here, and from the records, normal turntables, the signal goes to special sound card here. So that sound card will control and the files inside the computer. So this record we call time code or frequency record, where it will give a signal to sound card and it will automatically virtually map. So there are many things, I mean, use of, you don't need to carry crates and records, very heavy, even 25 records is really heavy. When you want to carry it to different gigs, it's, I mean, you don't, I mean, it's really painful.
Exactly.
So
you got to have it all portable.
Yes. Now
what is that white device you have?
You missed out on that when you explained the whole table.
The white device you have?
This one.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a MIDI controller. It's also a new thing now for the world. We call the controlism, where you you don't need to touch the keyboard. So from here itself you can control the functions of the software, and it's really easy for the DJs. For example, you can press of a button, you can change the certain things, and sound banks are getting, and you can assign different things. So you can call different sound levels. So it's, you don't need to touch and do all these things.
It's to make things more easy.
More easy, and you can create, put more creativity into it. So then your sessions will be much more, interesting and everything. So the controlism is the latest, the sort of a wave, the hype behind every DJ nowadays. So they want to incorporate the digital systems plus the controlism, and in future, I mean, I'm trying to introduce the digital video mixing. It's also possible with the same software. What I'm using, it's called Scratch Live from Rain Serato. Serato is a software company. Rain is a hardware the instrument manufacturer. So they merge together and develop a software very stable. Now this sort of a software is around the worldwide, where we call Native Instruments, Tractor. There are other things called Virtual DJ. Those sort of things are there. But these two, I mean, the Tractor and Serato is the competition, because those two softwares are really stable. And now Serato is the earlier king of the digital vinyl, but now Tractors are coming up. So that's why a lot of DJs in Sri Lanka also try to use it, because the flexibility that you get. You don't need to carry your record box or CD packs here and there, but you can use your normal, even record players or the CD players, incorporate with your mixer. So this is the DJ. I mean, this is the DJ mixer. I have the 4 input channels. 4 audio inputs can be streamed here. So this is a state-of-the-art digital mixer, where you have a MIDI controller also here. So you can, incorporate certain functions, software functions to this. Plus you have a separate effects processor and the video mixing also. So I can mix videos from this mixer. So that's the...
So that's amazing.
Yes. So everything is...
You don't have to stick to audios.
No. Well, I can stick to, I can mix my own tracks with the separate videos also. That is possible. So it's a whole sort of a new thing happening around the world. So I'm trying to introduce it to Sri Lanka also, because it's the whole creativity about the multimedia.
Exactly.
It's not playing 2 songs, but you are playing simultaneously video of that track or different dance videos.
And I guess we've made you talk a lot, so let's move into a small break now. We've come towards the end of our program, and I guess as a final question I would like to ask about how you started off DJing as a professional career.
Well, it's actually my hobby. My profession is different profession.
Okay.
So, but I more into put time and effort now. Even like I started the DJ in 1993 and moved on, and now I'm involving with the DJ Academy as a course director and head of digital DJing. So
you've got an academy as well?
Yes, it's founded by Tariq Musafa, one of the pioneer DJs, very talented and master of everything. So he founded it, and I joined it as a normal digital training program trainer. So after that, now I'm fully involved with it. So I handle the DJ training plus the digital DJ side. So anyone who interested, it's there. And about that, after that, I've still started my own show. I have my own concert sort of a thing happening at every last Friday. So it's about everything, promoting myself, branding. It's all things, it's not that easy thing that you need to do.
You got to work a lot.
Work a lot, and yes.
We talked a lot about DJing today, and we have many more things to discuss, but still we don't have much time. But still, we'll talk more about your DJing career.
Yes,
I think it's best to get to know about how long does one has to get trained to be a pro.
Well, normally a person, if you practice hard, within 2-3 months you will realize the art of it. I mean, a person who involves it needs to put more effort and time building music libraries, how to mix, how to handle equipment, everything. That is a lot of practice. I mean, we can
The more you practice, the more quicker you can be a pro.
That's right. Yes, that's the whole thing about it. Even you go try another instrument, play a violin, play a guitar. It's all about it. This is music. It's all about music. Unless you focus and do that, you won't get it at all.
Let's talk a little bit about the ethics of DJing.
Well, there are certain things that you need to do properly. You need to focus about it. You need to respect each and everyone in the industry. So that's a very vital fact. And then only you get, and how you position yourself to a whole thing. What are the main things that do's and don'ts you need to do. So there are certain elements that I always follow. I respect my client, my event organizers, my people who are in the industry. So everything follows it, and how you behave with the crowd, it's very important. Where as an artist, that's a unique thing that you need to follow. So those things has to be followed any DJ. That's more vital. Then you will anyway easily come to a certain level. So, and apart from that, about the financials and how your position, your revenue, all these matters. So there are a lot of things that you need to follow when you are in the industry, and it's very tricky thing.
And there's a lot of competition as well.
Yes. You need to be bad guy sometimes, you need to be good guy sometimes. It's about it. It depends. End of the day, you are anyway entertaining people. So you can't satisfy all 1,000 people at once.
Exactly.
So
different people have different tastes.
Different tastes. But more or less I try to promote music. I try to give something for them, new things where the people can entertain. So that's about it. And as a profession, I have more focused thing, 8 to 5 job. So I'm into it. But this is a more streamlined thing for me as a hobby. It's my passion actually.
It's a passion.
Yes. So it's all about promoting young DJs, upcoming ones, working with the professionals in the industry, working with artists, and I used to work with Iraj and them. So there are certain whole thing about it. So
that is what experts should do, I think. Now.
Yes. I really enjoy giving this whole art form to other people. So my students are there, so there are a lot of feedbacks coming up. So there are new people wants to start, because the whole thing is moving here, technology and everything, and DJ Academy will give everything for you, for starter audio.
And I think with that note, we've got to say bye-bye. And
thanks a lot for coming today.
Yes.
Exactly. We would like to thank you for being here in spite of your busy schedule.
Yes.
And with that, we've got to say bye-bye. And towards the end, we're going to see a performance by DJ Thanujika.